It's March, and that means it's time for March Madness. The men's and women's college basketball tournaments are taking place, and there's even more excitement surrounding the tournaments given that COVID 19 canceled the tournaments last year. While the on court action has gained a lot of attention, much of the conversation has centered around the disparities in facilities between the men's and women's bubble. A video went viral showing the unequal weight room facilities for the women compared to the men. After the viral video, the NCAA apologized for the lack of workout equipment, but they had already received a lot of outrage. But the video just showed a glimpse of the inequality between men's and women's sports. I talked with Dr. Nancy Lowe, a professor at UNLV's College of Education, and she was not surprised by the differences in facilities provided to the women compared to the men, given her experience as a college athlete and coach and many years spent researching gender equity in sports.
Something like the disparity in a weight room, that is just like the tip of the iceberg, right? That's just something that you can see above the water. There's all this stuff that's going on under the water that, people don't get to see, but it's very clearly a big difference for women. So that's, I really look for the change to be driven from the bottom up. It's coming from the student athletes, and it's pushing those who've gotten really comfortable with the way things are to have to be forced to address the changes.
Dr. Lowe believes the best way to see meaningful change begins with the change in leadership at the top.
We need a woman to lead the NCAA. There have been calls questioning the leadership of Mark Emmert for years now. The NCAA has been fraught with a lot of really difficult situations, and I think this particular inequity is highlighting the fact that there's a gender biased attitude and perception that starts at the top of the NCAA. And I think it's time for there to be a woman at the helm of the NCAA, and that will at least begin the process of creating a truly equitable college sports system in the US.